Alright, here we go. So apparently we got some leaked upcoming characters so far. This was posted a week ago. I tried to make this video like 6 days ago, apparently, and my audio was messed up, but it's fine. This was posted a week ago. Some of these, this is obviously Photoshop, but you can see like there's characters that are in here already, but we got Cyclops, Captain Marvel, Ultron, Blade, Rogue. These look pretty good. Crazy if true. Ultron would be sick. And I've had some looks, I guess it was on Instagram Reels. People are talking about Ultron. Apparently his kit has been leaked. He's gonna be a strategist. And his kit looks insane. Like, I'm telling you right now, he will be my main once he comes out. Like, that dude is OP from what it seems like. His abilities are really good. They could be really good. And the potential is there, that's what I'm gonna say. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just look at this. Having a diverse roster is the key to a hero shooter's success, and that's a core reason why Marvel Rivals is doing so well. At launch, Marvel Rivals roster had a total of 33 playable heroes and villains taken from all corners of the Marvel multiverse, including main players of teams like the Avengers, X-Men, and the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Fantastic Four is the latest to join Marvel Rivals roster, with Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman currently in the game, and Human Torch and the Thing set to join them later in Season 1. Super hyped for Human Torch and the Thing. I feel like those are going to be sick. I've mainly been just like a strategist. I don't get to play DPS, bro, because like the DPS insta-locks are crazy. Normally I play with like 4 or 5 friends together, so we kind of like have a team comp going, but I play like strategist. I've been messing around with Vanguard a little bit. Vanguard's kind of fun. Groot is really fun. One thing I'm just gonna say right off the bat, we need more strategists. We need more Vanguards for sure. Bro, the amount of duelists of DPS that we have in this game, it's more than both the Vanguards and the strategists combined. That's a problem. I feel like most of the reason why we're having so many insta-lock DPS characters, so many people that just want to do DPS, is because that's where the majority of the characters are anyway. Like, I'll be honest, like half of the Vanguards and half of the strategists are boring. Half of the DPS are boring too, but that's still more than both of those other categories. We need more variety. Variety is the spice of life. We just give us some more Vanguards, please. Give us some more strategists. We don't need that many DPS. We have plenty of DPS. Just looking at these characters that are teased already up here, Ultron, you could make a case for any one of them. Apparently he's going to be a strategist. Blade is definitely going to be a DPS. Captain Marvel is definitely going to be a DPS. Cyclops, you could make an argument that he could be a strategist maybe because he's a leader type character. I don't see him being a Vanguard, but he's not necessarily going to be a healer, even if they do make him a strategist, because he doesn't like heal people. He's got like laser eye beams. He's more than likely going to be a DPS character. Rogue, she could be a strategist, maybe. I feel like she is more than likely going to be a DPS character. I don't know too much about Rogue, so I'm just talking out of my ass there, but I could be wrong. It's officially been confirmed that each new season of Marvel Rivals from here on out will bring 2 new playable heroes to the table, one at the start of the season and one at its mid-season mark. If at least some of the leaks surrounding Marvel Rivals are true, fans might already know what the next year or more will look like for the Marvel hero shooter. Spider-Man deserves a game-changing kit buff. No, he does not. Spider-Man does not need a buff. I keep seeing people say this. Spider-Man does not need a buff. He's hard for a reason. You have to learn how to play him. You have to learn his combos. I've been messing around with Spider-Man in the practice. He's really fun to play with. And he's hard. I don't think he needs a buff at all. If you get your shots on and you learn the combos, you're melting people. Like, it's not even an issue, really. Every leaked Marvel Rivals character so far From the instant Marvel Rivals released its closed beta back in summer 2024, data miners and leakers have had a never-ending field day. Over 20 individual heroes have been leaked and rumored to appear in Marvel Rivals future seasons, most of which are allegedly referenced directly in the game's files. These 20 plus leaked heroes are as follows. Okay, we got a list here. Ultron, super excited. If what they are saying about Ultron is true, he could be busted. This dude looks insane. Super excited for that. Blade is gonna be fun. I think he's gonna be really fun. Spoiler alert, Nightcrawler is down here. I feel like they're gonna have a bit of a similar playstyle, but obviously I think Nightcrawler is gonna be more like a classic like rogue, like he teleports around and, you know, wants to like backstab people basically. I feel like that's what that's gonna be like. But Blade is definitely gonna be a DPS. Emma Frost could be a strategist. I think she's probably gonna be a strategist or a DPS. Jean Grey. Here's an interesting one because it's Jean Grey. It's not necessarily the Phoenix. So you could make an argument that she's going to be a DPS character. I feel like if it was the Phoenix, it definitely would be a DPS character. That could be her ult. She could just Phoenix Force and then fuck everybody up. Angela. I don't know who Angela is. Angela is a born god and heir to the Asgardian throne. Okay, she has enormous amounts of super strength. Opponents like Jane Foster, super speed. Interesting. So she's like a Thor relative, I guess. So she's either going to be a DPS like Magic or something, or she's going to be a Vanguard who just is kind of tanky. I feel like it'd be cool to have her as a Vanguard, kind of like a Thor, but I feel like she could be a decent Vanguard. The Hood, that's definitely going to be a DPS. Captain Marvel, I can't see Captain Marvel being anything besides a DPS. Hidden Monkey, definitely going to be a DPS. Valkyrie is another one that could be DPS, could be a tank maybe, could be a strategist maybe, I don't know. But MODOK, the next one, MODOK is better be a strategist. That's all I'm saying. He doesn't necessarily have to be a healer. You could make him like an Adam Warlock type character where he does a DPS and, you know, heals, kind of like what I hope they do with Cyclops. I hope both of these are strategists that just happen to do extra damage and they don't like necessarily heal people, because the strategist is not exactly the same thing as a healer. It doesn't have to be a healer, it's a strategist. There are dedicated healers and there are others who are like Adam Warlock, who's kind of blurring the lines where he's mostly a DPS focused strategist and he can like bring people back and he can heal people, but that's not really what you're using him for. I don't think his healing is really near as good as most of the other strategists. Jia Jing, she has something to do with Spider-Man. A new mutant activated after the Phoenix dispersion and has displayed the following mutant powers. Fairy insectoid physiology. This looks cool. She was on a bus ride. Spider-Man prevented her from falling. Spider-Man saved her life. So I feel like she's going to be a strategist, could be. Or she could be like a DPS character. I'm not really sure about that. I've never heard of this character, but she looks cool if that's what she's supposed to look like. Looks pretty sick. Deadpool, definitely going to be in DPS. Like, looking at this list already, there's plenty of DPS here. Like, we don't need that many DPS. We're already at like halfway through the list, and most of them have been DPS already. We don't need that many DPS. We need Vanguards, we need strategists. We need people to diversify the pools that we can pick from. Because it's getting kind of boring picking the same characters over and over again. Especially if you're not playing DPS. If you're playing DPS, you got full reign, you have different team comps, you have dive comps, you have poke comps. The pool is there for DPS characters already to play with. There's plenty of different characters to choose from. But for Vanguards, for strategists, it's kind of just pick one you like and stick with it. My bad. Pick one you like and stick with it. Colossus, definitely going to be a vanguard. That's good to see. Colossus could be cool. Cyclops, like I was saying earlier, he could be a strategist. I hope they make him a strategist that just happens to deal damage. But I think he's more than likely they're going to put him as a duelist. Professor X, he better be a strategist. I don't see him tanking on the front lines. If he's going to be like floating around in his little wheelchair or whatever, like, could be cool, I guess. He better be a strategist. Like, kind of like Magneto, I'm thinking. Like, he just puts bubbles on people, like shields and stuff. Not necessarily a healer, but I guess he could be. Or he could give, like, buffs and stuff, you know? That'd be cool. Nightcrawler is definitely going to be a DPS. Gambit is definitely going to be a DPS. Rogue, I'm willing to bet money that she's going to be a DPS. Or, I could be wrong, she could be a strategist. Jubilee, I don't know who Jubilee is. This looks like Gambit almost. Powers. Pyrotechnic energy plasmoids from her hands. She referred to these blasts as fireworks. So she's basically just shoots fireworks at people. That's DPS type behavior. So another DPS. Beast better be a vanguard. They could make him play like Wolverine, but if they make him a Wolverine clone as a DPS, I'm gonna be upset. He needs to be a vanguard. Like a fast Wolverine type vanguard. Like jumping at people, getting in their face. Kind of like Captain America. He doesn't have to do a lot of damage. Just make him annoying, make him fast. Make him a diver, like Venom. Do something with that. Like, give us more vanguard type characters that can do more than just sit there and take damage. Locust. I don't know who Locust is either. Locust. Reyna Piper. Locust mysterious appeared. I keep reading MLF and it's making me want to say MILF. Powers. Okay. Teleportation. She has the ability to teleport herself or other people. So she could be a strategist. That seems like a strategist type character. Like, kind of like the same deal as Nightcrawler. But I don't see Nightcrawler being a strategist. I see him being a DPS that, like, wants to get behind people. Kind of like Magic. Like, get up in their face and deal damage. I feel like Locust could kind of do the same thing, but unless there's more than just teleportation, I don't think she's going to be doing too much as far as damage. Ghost Rider. This is an interesting one. Because Ghost Rider is basically, like, almost unkillable. Like, he could be a tank character. He could be. They could make him a tank character. And then have his ultimate be, like, he releases Zareth, kind of like Thor's awakened state, where he just, like, shoots lightning at people. They could kind of do something like that with his ult, but he's probably going to be a DPS, which, honestly, I'd be fine with if he was a DPS, because I think it'd just be cool in general just to have Ghost Rider, because he's sick. Like, I would play him, even though I don't play DPS. Having him as a tank, though, would be insane. That'd be super fire. No pun intended. Paste Pot Pete / Trapster. I don't know what this Paste Pot Pete is. Paste Pot Pete. Peter Petruski. Abilities. Gifted intellect. He's a genius, level chemist and inventor. Combining the two into especially chemical adhesives. He is skilled at using his paste gun in a fight. He's got a glue gun. His special paste gun fires a stream of glue. Originally supplied by a canister worn in his hip, the adhesive dries instantly, can adhere to nearly any surface. So this is like another meme character, kind of like Jeff the Land Shark and Squirrel Girl. Seems like he's gonna be... Honestly, I have no idea, because I don't see him doing DPS with a glue gun. Like, you see, he's like shooting paste, I guess. Like glue, basically. I could see him like trapping people, kind of like Spider-Man's webs, or more like Penny's stun, or like Squirrel Girl's stun. I could see him being that kind of character, but Penny's a tank, and Squirrel Girl and Spider-Man are DPS. I don't think he's going to be a strategist. I don't think he's going to be a tank. But I don't see him doing a lot of damage unless they like give him a glue gun and like a regular gun. I don't see him doing too much. I don't know. It's a meme character. I'm not expecting too much out of that. Some of these leaked Marvel Rivals heroes and villains seem a little bit more likely to appear than others. Ultron, for instance, might as well be officially confirmed at this point, with his entire ability kit and some official in-game artwork having been leaked a month ago. So he's definitely coming. Ultron is definitely coming. His kit has been leaked already. He's gonna be a strategist. That's super sick. I cannot wait for that. I think once a lot of these characters get added, we're gonna see like a resurgence of people coming to the game, new people coming to the game, or players returning just for the fact of having new characters. I mean, obviously, I don't think they're gonna release all these characters around the same time, you know? Like, it said earlier that they're gonna release like 1 or 2 a season. I don't think they're really gonna be like, are you really gonna wait this long to have these people come out? Like, hopefully Ultron comes sooner than later. Hopefully Cyclops comes sooner than later. Colossus, Beast, Ghost Rider. Like, we need... Hopefully they're listening to the people who play the game and that have complaints about the amount of DPS and duelist characters that there are, because it's really not fair. And I'm not one of those people that says like life is fair or whatever. It's definitely not. But this is a game. You're developing this game for people to play. You want your players to be happy. You want your customers to be happy. The game is free. We'll take anything we can get at this point, honestly. But if you want to keep players around for the long haul, you have to listen to what they have to say. In the Discord for Marvel Rivals, they have a suggestion tab. I haven't seen too many complaining about the number of DPS characters compared to strategists and vanguards, but I know there are people out there who have problems with it. It's not just me, you know. It would be way more fun. It would be way more fun if we had more variety in terms of the secondary classes in the game, because right now it feels like everyone just wants to play DPS, and that's fine, you know. I'm not mad at them for wanting to play DPS. I'm mad at them for not thinking about the team. Like, you have to play for the team. If you're gonna play with random people, you can't just expect random people to be cool with playing Vanguard for 5 games in a row, or playing strategist for... I've played strategist for the past 10 games in a row. Can I please beat DPS this time? And then you got people who are like, no, get over it. And then you have to either leave the game or commit to the fact that you're just gonna have 5 DPS, because I played a game last night. We ran kind of like it was a meme, obviously, but we ran 5 tanks and 1 healer, and we actually dog walked the enemy team. It was insane how fun that was. And I think it would just be way more fun if we had more variety, because it's basically like tanks are basically just there to take up space, soak up damage, get in the face, kind of push the team up and stuff. And they all kind of feel like, of course they're their own different characters, but they all kind of feel too similar. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have a tank that's like Iron Man that could fly around in the sky and stuff. I mean, I guess we have Venom who can like swing around and stuff, but Venom, it's not the same, you know. Strategist, we don't have like a flying strategist. I guess with Ultron we will get that, but who knows when Ultron's coming out. Apparently he's been leaked for months, so hopefully it's soon. Obviously it's not going to be in this season, but hopefully next season. I'm really crossing my fingers that Ultron gets released soon, because that could be a game changer. Blade seems like another probable addition to Marvel Rivals roster, with the character making his first official in-game appearance in the ongoing Eternal Nightfall seasonal event, where he's placed front and center of an unlockable galley card alongside Dracula. So Blade has been shown in the game already. You can see it in the event, in the unlocks and this gallery card. you can see him in there in some of the artwork and stuff. He's like part of the lore. He's part of the game. It seems like they're gonna release him soon, I hope, because I don't see why they would include him in there and then not bring him into the game. Like, that just really doesn't make sense, you know? Who knows, really? But people want to see Blade, people want to see Ultron, people want to see the X-Men, people want to see Cyclops, they want to see Deadpool, people want to see Jean Grey, bro. People want to see, I was gonna say Captain Marvel. People don't really want to see Captain Marvel. I want to see Captain Marvel because I feel like she's gonna be probably pretty powerful. People want to see Gambit. People want to see Rogue. People want to see Ghost Rider. Give the people what they want. Make them, like, give us some variety. Give us some more characters. I think the 1 or 2 characters per season is just kind of lame. Like, I can understand they want to do it in the name of development, in the name of balancing, in the name of, you know, making things coerce together, but if they're not going to fix the problems that are in the game already, then just add more characters. Let it be a free-for-all. Like, let us do whatever, bro. Like, add more characters. Who cares if they're not balanced? We're gonna have fun, and then we can figure out the balancing stuff later. The only thing I want right now in terms of balancing is I just want Moon Knight's ult to get a delay, because it's kind of insane that he can do the same amount of damage as, like, Magneto or Iron Man or Scarlet Witch, but he can just do it instantly. Like, you don't even get a warning. Like, it's already done. By the time you hear the moon haunts you, you're already dead. It's kind of insane. That needs a nerf. And, you know, I'm picky about Squirrel Girl because, like, her attack, her basic attack is basically just, it's like a shotgun that has super long range. It shoots off the walls, it bounces off the floor, like, it's an AoE for some reason. Like, she's just always, I feel like she's always beaming me. Like, doesn't matter what role I'm playing, I'm just always getting shit on by Squirrel Girl. And it's not even her abilities or anything, it's literally just her primary fire. I feel like, what's his name? Adam Warlock needs a buff. His healing needs to be improved. Rocket's ult needs to get improved. I think the reason that I don't like Adam Warlock is because people who play Adam Warlock, they just want to do damage. They just want to shoot people. They just want to get kills. People who play Rocket just want to heal bot the whole time because his damage fall off is too much. His ult sucks. That's why I think that's most of the reason why people shit on Rocket so much, because his ult just sucks, especially when compared to his ult does 40% bonus damage, gives you a bonus damage for however long. That's basically like nothing. Like, you don't get extra health, you don't get a shield, you don't get damage reduction, you don't get movement speed, where there are characters who basically do the exact same thing, except it's just better. You've got Luna Snow's ult, which you can, you know, toggle back and forth between healing people and giving them a damage buff. You've got Mantis ult, which heals people and gives them movement speed. It's just insane. Like, compare that to Rocket's ult, compare that to Adam Warlock's ult, who brings people back from death, yeah, but they only have 100 health. So if you have a brain dead Adam Warlock who just ults in the middle of the battle again, then he just brings everyone back to just die immediately again. You only get 100 health. I feel like it should be either based on your character's max health, or it should be, it brings you back with armor or invulnerability for like 2 or 3 seconds. Like, just give me a chance to get out of there. Just do something, dude. What is this? This is all random stuff. Where was I last? There's a theory going around that developer NetEase could be planting fake files deliberately to expose insider sources and throw off leakers. If that's true, then there's no telling how many of these leaked characters could have been placed as red herrings. I don't think that's true. I don't think they would go to that length to mess with people, because these are pretty much all characters that people want in the game. Like, I'm not necessarily excited about having MODOK in the game, but he will be a strategist if he comes in the game, which that's one thing in itself. Like, Colossus, I'm not too excited to play as Colossus, but like, I want that diversity, I want that variety. I want the choice to be able to pick which characters I want, even if I'm never going to play them. I like the choice there. Other leaked heroes seem likely to come to Marvel Rivals purely due to the laws of probability. Over 10 mutants have been rumored to appear in Marvel Rivals, given that most of these leaked mutants are X-Men mainstays. It seems exceptionally likely that at least a few of them will come to Marvel Rivals in the future, with Cyclops, Jean Grey, Colossus, and Rogue being the most probable picks. Yeah, so X-Men is super popular, especially with I'm pretty sure there's a new show that just came out for the X-Men. The Deadpool movies, like, X-Men are a huge part of the Marvel universe, and people want them in the game. We've already got Wolverine, we've got Storm, we've got Magneto, we've got Scarlet Witch. I wouldn't call her an X-Men, but like, I'm not necessarily hoping that we get Professor X, but like, it would be cool to have him in the game. Like, Cyclops would be cool to have him in the game, Colossus would be cool, Rogue would be cool, Beast would be cool, like, Jean Grey would be cool. Like, just, it seems like they'd be wasting an opportunity not to add these characters, and I don't think they would do that. This game has been kind of revolutionary in the fact that games in the FPS space right now, like, this is basically like Overwatch, like 3.0. It's just better. This is the best game that we have out right now. Call of Duty came out really good, came out really strong. Black Ops 6 is one of the best Call of Duties we've had in a long time, and it's getting shit on by Marvel Rivals because people are just fed up with Call of Duty. People are just done with it. This is the new game. This is this fun, shiny new toy. This is what people are playing because it's new, it's fresh, it's fun. I feel like they're smart enough to know what people want, especially with the skins and stuff. This game is free to play. All you have to do is have a console or have a PC that can run it, and you can play this game for free. You don't have to spend any money. That's a big draw of the game, is that it's free and that it's this fun and that this many people are playing it, the popularity of it. So I don't want it to go to their head that they can do whatever they want and people will just play it anyway, because there are, well, incredibly popular characters like Captain Marvel and Deadpool. That's debatable. Would be obvious picks for Marvel Rivals post-launch content. More niche figures like Hitmonkey and Pacepot Pete might not evoke the same reactions from fans. That being said, niche characters like Jeff the Land Shark have shot to fame thanks to Marvel Rivals, so any hero or villain could be on the cards. I think that's their strength at this point. The strength of this game is the cast of characters that we have to work with. If you think about all the characters that are in the Marvel universe, whether it's the MCU, whether it's the X-Men, whether it's the comics, whether it's the more popular characters, whether it's the niche characters, I think that's what they have going for them. That's what they need to capitalize on. They could keep the same maps, the same game modes, they can keep the same events or whatever. The characters are what people come here for. The fact that it's free to play and you can play as all these cool characters, the popular characters, these meme characters basically, that's what I feel like is the draw of the game. There are some people who come to this game who just to play one character that they love, like Spider-Man, like Wolverine, like Deadpool when he comes out, Ultron, Captain America, Thor, the Hulk. Like, there's people who come to this game to play with these characters because they like these characters and because they like the game. That being said, You add more characters, that's gonna draw more people to the game. I feel like that's the best way to go about it. Especially with the team ups and stuff, that's brand new. Like, they need to expand on the team ups, they need to give us more characters, they need to think a little bit outside the box, like make it fresh, make it fun, which it is right now. But if they want more people to play and they want people to continue to play, they have to keep it that way. They have to keep adding new characters, they have to keep adding team ups. I would be fine if they didn't add any new maps. Like, honestly, just let us get good at the maps that we have. Let us get good at the game modes that we have. And then if you want to do events, like the soccer ball event was trash. I don't like that event at all. But it's cool that it's there, that you have the option to do it. So let me know what you think about this list. Because some of these characters are really exciting. Some of these characters are really sick. Do you think any of these characters are fakes? Like, do you think that's a thing that people would do, actually? Like, actually put fake ones in here to, like, kind of, like, throw people off? Because I don't think that they're have the time or the interest to do that. I think a lot of these characters have apparently been in the game for a while now, in the files of the game. They're definitely coming at some point. I would say I'm willing to bet money that most, if not all, of these characters are coming to the game at some point. That could be this year, that could be next year, it could be 2 years from now. This game is probably going to be going on for a long time. So we could be waiting a very long time for some of these characters to come out. They could be, you know, movie tie-ins. There could be, like, you know, promotional events. The list of possibilities is almost endless. I think it's pretty cool. Super excited for Ultron. Let me know what characters you're super excited for, because this, I think, some of these could be game changing, and unfortunately a lot of these could be very boring. And I'm sure there's characters that aren't on the list that you might be thinking of would be even better than some of these characters. Let me know what you think about that. So, peace out. I'll be streaming Marvel Rivals tomorrow. Let me know what you think. Peace.